With over 200 journal articles, evaluations, and reports on mobiles for development, Mobile Active's M Directory is the resource for researchers and practitioners in the mobile space. We're also bringing to you a set of slidecasts which feature the work of researchers in the ICT for D field. There are almost 130 million farmers in India. The majority of them are subsistence farmers. Growth in India's agriculture sector has been slow since the past decade. This reduced productivity is said to be caused by limitations in physical structure, agriculture inputs, and access to information. Focusing more on information, a national survey of farmers found that only 40% of farmer households have access to information about modern agricultural techniques and inputs. The majority of information is passed by word of mouth from other farmers and input dealers. Some also get information from radio and television. Decisions are often made after seeking a combination of information channels. In this slidecast, we present findings from a large-scale study carried out by the Indian Council for Research on International Economic Relations. Sanjay Gandhi, Gaurav Tripathi, and Dr. Surabhi Mittal interviewed 200 small-scale farmers to highlight the best uses of mobiles to support agricultural productivity in India. The researchers organized 17 focus groups over 4 months across India and conducted 46 individual interviews with subsistence farmers. In total, they spoke to 200 people living in villages where both mobile services and agricultural information sources are available. IFFCO, or the Indian Farmers Fertilizer Cooperatives Limited, sent free voice messages containing agriculture information to farmers who have purchased a specific smart card. Reuters offers a service called Reuters Market Limited, through which farmers can purchase a 3, 6, or 12-month subscription to text message information. And finally, the M.S. Swaminathan Research Foundation has been piloting a mobile information service called Fisher Friend that supports fishermen. From their interviews, the authors gathered that farmers' information needs are organized in 3 main categories: know-how, which relates to foundational information about which plant and seed varieties to use, for example, or contextual information, which should be related to weather or best practices, and market information, such as prices, demand indicators, or logistical information. Farmers prioritize weather, plant protection, seed information, and market prices as the most important. In their sample of farmers, 41% were subscribers of one of the 2 services offered by IFFCO or Reuters. Both were launched around the same time. IFFCO sends free voice messages. Calling the helpline costs 1 rupee per minute. The Reuters service is more expensive, ranging between 175 to 650 rupees. IFFCO sends 5 voice messages per day, and Reuters sends 4 SMS messages in a day. Each service shares information on similar topics. A comparison of both IFFCO and Reuters mobile services as per focus group and interview data revealed different pros and cons for each service. Information sent through the more expensive Reuters service was customized and relevant. Farmers could choose to receive text messages based on 2 crops. Weather information was specific to the taluka level, which means it was specific up to 50-kilometer radius of subdivision within a district. On the other hand, all IFFCO subscribers would receive the same voice message irrespective of their location or crop choice. The Reuters service also better tailored to subscribers with respect to accessibility and delivery of information. Reuters information was sent 4 times a day at preset times. Farmers could conveniently access the text messages whenever they wanted. The voice messages from IFFCO were sent at unpredictable times, and farmers needed to listen to the message immediately. To use Reuters SMS service, farmers needed to be literate, whereas the voice messages allowed information to be more accessible to low-literate users. Also launched in the same year was Fisher Friend. In this program, fishermen received free handsets and services in a menu-based service. Fishermen would receive updates on where the best fishing locations were, for example. Users felt the information from this service was sporadic and that it did not function every day. This figure depicts the informational needs for farmers throughout the agricultural cycle. The research indicated the greatest need for information was during the crop planning, planting, growing, and selling times. Specifically, farmers ranked seed information and market price as their highest priorities. In Maharashtra, farmers used mobiles more and noted benefits in yield, price, and revenue, whereas farmers from Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan only cited some benefits, which were limited to yield improvements. Maharashtrian farmers were wealthier and able to pay for the Reuters service, while the others used the free voice message service from IFFCO. The Maharashtrian farmers also faced fewer infrastructure and cost barriers in general. The authors noted several impacts on productivity. The first is that farmers were able to gain access to quality, customized, and timely information that was shareable amongst non-subscribers. Farmers in the focus groups also described yield improvements and economic benefits. Thank you for tuning in to another research screencast by Mobile Active. For more papers on the use of mobiles in agricultural productivity, please visit the M directory.